Hello everyone, this is Jim Okrasinski with your week one screencast video. So I've uploaded to Blackboard here in the announcement section our schedule for the week. Today I am producing this screencast video on Monday morning. So by Tuesday, end of day, is discussion board number one is going to be the icebreaker activity where everybody gets to introduce themselves to me and their classmates. Your initial post on the Icebreaker forum is due Tuesday, end of day. Just remember all due dates. The time is end of day, which is 11:59 throughout the whole course. So you want to make sure you are watching this screencast video, and then please take the time to view the orientation video that I have posted here. I posted that over the weekend. Also, here is the Google Drive video, the tutorial on how we're going to use Google Drive for the course. You're going to want to take the time to do that. Once again, you're going to also look at, and you can find the Google Drive folder here in the initial announcement. All right. So as we go through the week, your readings are going to be Gene Twangy's article about smartphones and Lukianoff and Height's article on the coddling of the American mind. Both were posted and published in the Atlantic. They're very interesting articles about our current generation, Gen Z. That's you guys for the most part. So I want everybody to be able to read those and work through the discussion board. Your initial post for each article, and I'll go through the discussion board in a minute, will be due Friday, end of day. And then responses to each discussion board post will be due on Sunday, end of day. So these two articles will be the topic of your very first assignment, and I'll get there in a second. So if you go over to the discussion boards, okay, the Icebreaker Forum is where you tell everybody all about yourself. So the instructions are pretty straightforward. If you want to copy and paste the questions into your post, that's great. If you're familiar with the discussion boards, it's pretty straightforward. You can get into the discussion boards and you can look at this particular entry. In fact, I believe we already have one post here. And okay, Anita has posted hers. So if you want to take a look at that, everything will be great. You can turn around and respond to her. So that is the thread that's up there. So remember, follow the instructions, create a thread, and begin your post. Now, in some of the discussion boards, you will find that I have created threads for you. So you're not going to be allowed to create any threads. You just simply click on the reply button in each thread, right? So for discussion board, I've created two threads, one on Twangy, one on Lukianoff and Height's article, right? After reading the prompts in each thread, create an initial post, then return to post a response to one of your classmates' posts. Each thread should have an initial post and one response. So you're responding in each thread. Each thread is worth 10 points each with two threads in this particular discussion board. This board is worth 20 points. So here is, for example, let's take Twangy's article on smartphones. So this, I'll show you where to get the article in the assignment section. All right, so here are the questions and the prompts that I have. The initial post should be substantial, about 200, 250 words. And the response needs to move the conversation forward. So if you're going to respond to somebody's post, do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? So here I give you some transitional phrases to start your response, and you can work through these as we move through the course. But I just want everyone to be aware that is one thread there, and then let's go to Lukianoff and Heights. Same thing here. So you cannot create a thread. You would click on reply and you're going to reply within this thread and produce your initial post. And then one response, I believe. Let's get back over to the announcements. Okay. So you can do your initial post on the icebreaker. Shouldn't take you long at all. You have to read and talk about these two articles. So that's why I give you till Friday, and then Sunday you have the responses. All right. So that's our schedule for a week, and that is the discussion boards. Now I'm going to move over to the weekly course units. Here is week number one. Might want to take a look at some of my wonderful images that I've added here. We are going to get to know each other. All right, that's the purpose of the icebreaker, and we're going to look at these two articles. Twangy's article in the Atlantic, and so was Lokianoff and Heights. They were published just a few years back. So, your reading and assignments here for the week is visit discussion boards and the Icebreaker Forum, which I've already covered. Readings for the week is Twangy's about smartphones and Lukianoff and Heights article. All right, discussion boards, I've just covered all of those, and read the discussion boards carefully and with purpose. All right, so this is the same thing there. We went through the discussion boards. Now, your very first essay assignment is going to be called the Critical Thinking Essay. This is due at the end of week 2. Please consult the course schedule, okay, as to when it is due. So I'm looking for students to engage with Twangy and Lukianoff and Heights articles. So I have PDFs here. Let's see, I should be able to click on this. It should work. Hopefully it'll open up the PDF. Maybe. Everything's a little slow on Monday morning. Been kind of a interesting and challenging weekend. Yes, here we go. Here is The Coddling of the American Mind by Lukianoff and Height. You can take a look at this, the PDF. If you want to print it, that's fine. If not, you can just read it online. You're going to want to take some notes of this article, right? You want to get your thinking down. So my critical thinking essay assignment goes as follows. Are we losing a generation to smartphones, and coddling is my prompt here. So the instructions state, after reading and discussing Twangy and Lukianoff and Heights articles, write a 3 to 4 page, I'm looking for a 1,000-word essay, continuing the conversation about the current state of Gen Z and the hope for the future. Your essay should accomplish the following. So these are my criteria. This is a really quick opening essay, two really interesting and controversial articles. So I'm going to ask you to write a short summary capturing the main points of both articles. I don't need any introduction in this particular essay. Rhetorical situation is I just want you to capture the main points of both articles by writing a summary. Maybe a paragraph summary for each article would be wonderful. Respond to both articles and their arguments. Do you agree, disagree, and why? It's immaterial to me which article that you want to begin with, but you have to respond. And by responding, I want to know what you think, and then I want to know the basis of your reasoning, okay? Also, review the discussion board post for ideas and talking points. After you've had a couple of conversations about that, you might have some preliminary writing and thinking done in those discussion board posts, those two threads. Provide support for your critical thinking from the articles. So just don't tell me. I just want you to show me all of what your thinking is. Particular passages, you can paraphrase, you can quote. No works cited needed if you're just using 2 essays. I say here, outside sources are not required, but if you choose to integrate outside information, you must cite both in text and a works cited page. The critical thinking essay should follow MLA guidelines as stated in the syllabus. So this critical thinking essay is one of your major assignments. It is worth 20% of your course grade or 200 points. All assignments should be saved according to the following. You can find the critical thinking folder in the English Net 18 course folder. Okay, so you're going to want to be able to save yours with your last name and critical thinking essay. All right, so please, this is the activity for the week. Read with purpose and take notes on your readings for your discussion board posts. Let's get over to the weekly course unit again, and I will probably review the critical thinking essay again. Okay, I say your critical thinking essay is due this Sunday in week 2. Remember to check the course schedule. All right, head over to the assignment uploads to submit your essay. So this is week 2. So give you an idea, if we look at the schedule here, your critical thinking essay is due Sunday the 14th, end of day. All right, so this kind of wraps up the first week. If you have any questions or if you have any questions or issues as you're working through, please send me an email. I think that's about it for the first week. I know I talk a little fast, but I try to get as much in the least amount of time. All right, so good luck. Stay safe out there.